Good evening, everyone. This is Vic Janikowski from Secure This LLC with another important extended closure update. Well, yesterday we talked about physical fitness, keeping the body fit to help keep the mind right. Well, today we're going to extend that physical fitness and talk about physical symptoms, particularly temperature. Now, they say in fighting the COVID-19, one of the first things you can do is take your temperature daily to make sure you're not running a fever, which is one of the early signs. So, I'm going to go through some helpful tips on taking your temperature. Of course, as you know, my very first extended closure PSA was about procuring one of these thermometers. Boy, I scoured the streets, and I was not very fortunate at first. However, I did come across some creative means. Some in stores, some through networking. The first one happened to be something I found. I went to every Walgreens and CVS. I ended up at a Walmart, still couldn't find a thermometer, but I was in the bath aisle. And I came across this rubber ducky. Now, this rubber ducky has a digital readout on it so that you don't scald your babies putting them in the bath. So I thought, Vic, I bet this thing could take my temperature. So you just hold it on your forehead here for a matter of time. I like to sing a little song when I'm doing it. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make temperature time so much fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. And of all of you. Now let's see what we got here. Well, this thing's only up to 83 right now. You got to hold this thing on your forehead for like 3 or 4 minutes to get an accurate reading. So it's not the best method, but certainly a possibility. Next up, we got the good old digital thermometer. Now this guy, as I told you, I got this from a friend who's a veterinary technician. And so I do not know whether this was for personal or professional use. So I was a little bit skittish, but I cleaned it pretty well, and as an extra precaution, I've been putting it in some sort of plastic every time. Saran wrap, plastic bag, anything will do. Now this, if I just put this in here, get this all tight, press this one little button, put it in. Not very bad at all, 97.5, little on the cold side. I blame that on my fourth wife, Juanita, God rest her soul. She had a cold heart, I never got over it. Next, probably the most legitimate one if you got it, access to it, is this forehead thermometer. I happened to come across this because I had a neighbor who had a grandbaby, and we were able to help get this off their hands on a daily basis. Got to be sharing. Sharing is caring, right? So the thing with this, you just press this button, get it to come on, put it on your forehead like so, right in the middle, and it doesn't take long. Boom, 97.5. Same reading as the other one, even quicker and less invasive. So there you go. That's how you take your temperature. Any of these means will work just fine, but please do remember, take it once, if not twice daily, because that will help you know the early symptoms of the COVID-19. Well, ladies and gentlemen, till tomorrow, as bid you adieu, and as always, stay secure and be well.